Hey, this is the Gottness. This is completely random, and sorry, my voice is a little right now. I'm sick. Um, yeah, I just came to give a little rant on what I just experienced in this game I've been playing for a minute. My Candy Love, I just finished episode 15. There was a lot of stuff that just went down. We got this new character that just appeared up out of nowhere. Name's Deborah. She's all, oh, whenever her name is mentioned, oh, Deborah's nice, she's this and that. Oh, yeah, she got scouted, left school so-and-so amount of months ago, blah, blah, blah. She back now. Oh, she's back. And now, all of a sudden, she wants to try to stir up trouble for whatever reason. My character had a bad feeling about her from the very beginning. And she was right to have that bad feeling. Later on in the episode, you start finding out, well, practically the same thing what everybody's been saying. You ask around about her, oh, Deborah's nice, she's this and that. You find out from a certain character, sorry, spoils, a certain character, when you finally get there, that she's Castiel's ex. And way back when they were going out, had the perfect relationship and everything. I'm like skipping around the place. You don't find that out until near the end of the episode almost. But, yeah. You finally find out all the information you need. You decide to stop looking for information about her and try to forget about it, but you still have that feeling like, why is she here? What does she want? So you end up finding Iris, and she's like, oh, Deborah's looking for you. And you're like, she's looking for me? She's like, yeah, you should go talk to her. She wants to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. So you have to go around, look for her. When you finally find her, you have this little, slight little moment like, so you're this chick that I haven't been liking for so-and-so amount of time since I first heard of you. You had like a weird feel to you since I met you and everything. And she's like, so you've been asking around about me and stuff like that. I've been asking around about you too. People have said that we could get along, we could be friends, this and that. My character's like, I don't want to be friends with you. Because when she first appeared, the first person she asked about was Castiel. And she's like, what does she want with Castiel? Me not really liking him all like that, I decided to go with the choice of just telling her where he was. And I'm guessing they don't tell you what happens, or if she actually does find him and talk to him, but you find out why she was looking for him in the first place. She's planning on taking Castiel with her to become famous, because she left on her own accord earlier on when they were dating. Yeah. So we're talking, when you get there, you'll have one of two choices. She's all like, so you've been asking all these questions about me and this and that and a bunch of other stuff. What exactly do you want to know? Or not what you want to know, but what exactly are you thinking? What's on your mind? That's what Deborah's asking your character. And you can pick she asked why you didn't ask her directly. And you can pick one of two answers. You can either answer, be frank, which just is saying, tell her straight up exactly why you didn't ask her directly, like why you didn't come up to her and ask her, okay, Deborah, why are you here? What do you want? Why are you back here? That's probably what you were going to do, frankly. And then the other choice was make up an excuse as to why you didn't go up to her directly and ask her. I put be frank because not only was Frank funny in that situation, knowing as serious as it was, I felt as if I should have been frank because that was somewhat of a serious situation. Even though I don't really like Castiel as a character all like that, I was wondering what does she want with him. Like, I was curious my own self, so I'm like, be frank. Slight little paragraph. To be honest, I don't like you. What are you doing here? What do you want with Castiel? And she's like, oh, well, Castiel's my ex and this and that, and I decided that I wanted to take him with me so that we can become a couple again, and, you know, we can have our little guitar duet thing going on. And my character's just like, no, just no. And even though I can't exactly curve how my character likes which people, I can only extend or lower how each individual character comes towards my character in a way. My little meter thing with Castiel is pretty low, but everybody else is at least in the middle or a little bit higher. Hers is about at normal because I haven't done anything to make her not like me, but I haven't done anything to make her like me either. But if I could, I certainly would have did some stuff to make her not like me because I don't like her. And so my character says what she had to say, and then she's getting ready to leave. Deborah decides that we're not done talking, so she takes my arm and is like, you can't leave yet or whatever. Sorry, I'm just checking, making sure I can. Still stuff. And she's like, she grabs my arm and she's like, ow, what are you doing? You're hurting my arm. She doesn't say anything for like 2 selections, and then she's all like, how about we go somewhere quiet and I'll tell you a story? And my character's like, I don't really care to hear your story. I just want you to let go of my arm so I can leave. And she's like, so are you coming? And she's like, fine, I'll listen to your stupid story. So you have to go to the basement, and then she starts spilling the beans about what happened before she left. Her and Castiel were dating. During certain situations back in earlier episodes, you might have gotten a picture of what Castiel looked like in the past. Or maybe not. I did. Castiel had on a black shirt, like a black V-neck, a brown jacket, had a ring, and his hair was black. Not gonna lie, he looked pretty stunning back then. Not gonna lie. But anyways, him and Deborah, they were together, little perfect couple type thing. They had little nicknames going on and everything. The flashback starts after their constant practicing together. All the while, Deborah was being scouted by someone. Well, they were both being scouted and everything by the same person. But Deborah was devising her own plan, and she had no type of intention whatsoever of becoming famous with Castiel. She was all like, I have everything I need already to become famous, and I don't need I don't need Castiel holding me back. I mean, you know, like, he's my boyfriend, I like him and this and that, but me trying to be in a relationship and be famous at the same time isn't going to work. And in this type of situation, this is an easy choice for me to make. I can either be famous, get all the money I want, do whatever the heck I want, be famous, and millions of people will love me, or I can give all that up and have a boyfriend. So, she decided to go and make a phone call to the manager, the person that's scouting them or whatever, and the manager asked about Castiel, and she's like, the dude's like, so are you ready for the audition? And she's like, well, yeah, I'm ready and this and that. And the guy's like, well, what about your friend? And she's like, about him. And the manager's like, come on, you don't have to hide these things from me. I know he's your boyfriend and this and that. And what's going on? So she makes up this little story. Oh, he doesn't want to practice with me and everything. He doesn't want to practice with me anymore. He thinks he'll be better off getting famous by himself. That's a load of baloney because that's exactly what she was doing. Castiel was gang-ho for both of them becoming a group together and becoming famous together. She was the one that just wanted to do everything on her own. I don't need Castiel. I can do all of this by myself. I don't need him holding me back. That was Deborah's mindset. Right as soon, like, during that same conversation she's having with the manager's all like, well, what do you want to do? And she's like, well, I can't break it to him my own self. and everything, and she's just like, well, I don't really know what to do in this situation. Like, can you, like, the manager's like, all right, Deborah, look, I'll call Castiel, I'll break the news to him and everything, don't worry about it. And she's like, oh, well, okay. And just nodding the whole way and just like, I'm totally okay with that. I don't have to have a whole confrontational moment with him about that. I don't have to get yelled at or anything like that. And I'll get to do what I wanted to do and not get any repercussions from that. And then the situation got real. She hangs up the phone. Boom. Nathaniel heard that whole conversation. Heard her set up Castiel for failure. And she turns around, she's like, Nathaniel, what? It's not what you think. That's the first thing she said. It's not what you think. It's not what he thinks, it's what he heard. So you can sit there and try to cover your butt all you want, but he knows what he heard. And the first thing he says, love is a beautiful thing. And she's like, wait, don't tell Castiel. He didn't say anything. He just had his classic little face palm type thing. His face was blue, and he left. The next thing you have to do, you have to go around, find him before he finds Castiel and tells him the truth. It might not be for everybody because the game likes switching stuff around. You find Castiel outside in the courtyard, and she's like, oh, trying to find freaking Nathaniel so that he won't snitch on her and everything. And she's like, oh, Castiel, have you seen Nathaniel? And he's like, no. I saw him earlier, and he was just like, when we're practicing, can we keep the noise down and blah blah blah. And she tries to get herself back together. Oh yeah, he's so lame and this and that. And then they start talking about him for a little while, and she's like, well, that's what I gotta do. I'll see you later and everything. And then you leave, have to continue finding Nathaniel. You find him in the student council room. It might not be for everybody, because you know how it changes stuff around. You find him. Moment approaching here. She finds Nathaniel, and he is like, don't think that you can do anything to change my mind about what I'm going to tell Castiel. And she's like, you know, he doesn't have to know and this and that. She starts trying to get sweet on him, trying to do that whole, you don't have to tell him. This can just be our little secret. You don't have to tell him.